Yo, what's the deal? It's your boy xiibyte, and it's 2016, and yet I'm still recording in my room. But hopefully everything changes in due time. But I thought it was only right that I pop off 2016 right with a review of the CronusMAX Plus. Whatever this thing is, you plug into your controller and it basically mods your controller for you. This thing is awesome. I had about 2 months to spend with it, and I have so much to share with you all, so let's get into it. Now, my primary intent on using this particular product was to use an Xbox 360 controller on the PlayStation 4, similar to how I did the exact same thing with the PlayStation 3 with the cross battle adapter. And that particular item was actually pretty cool in itself, because not only did it allow me to use an Xbox 360 controller on the PlayStation 3, but it also allowed me to be able to flip-flop the triggers and the bumpers, because on the PlayStation 3, for some odd reason, they thought it was perfectly fine and cool to shoot with buttons rather than triggers. That's another story. I'm no storyteller. I was blown away with all the options that the Chronos Plus had to offer, especially the keyboard and mouse edition. I thought that was so cool, and I'm gonna talk a little bit more about that. So I don't exactly know how well that it works with gaming mice and keyboards. Reason being is because both of them actually takes up 2 USB ports on your computer. But for those who use keyboards and mice that takes 1 USB dongle, this could be perfect for you. You'll be able to annihilate people who aren't a part of that race that is so-called the master race, which is PC gaming. That's right, you can annihilate everyone with ease and precision. Just make sure that those double A's are charged up and ready to be replaced back to back. Getting back to my primary use, connecting this thing is real easy. The instructions that were included were a little bit overwhelming and made it hard for people who actually like to read instructions to figure out how things work. Once you get past that roadblock, everything else is literally simple. You just plug that little thing in there, and then you either go with the USB Bluetooth dongle if you want to connect your PlayStation 4 controller wirelessly, or if you just want to connect it wired, you would just plug it here with your micro USB cable. Just keep in mind that if you do decide to connect wirelessly, make sure you don't have any obstructions between the CronusMAX Plus itself and the controller, or else your controller is going to go haywire and you're going to start doing stuff like this and shooting random things, and it's just crazy. You don't want that. Now here comes the cool part. You can actually program this thing with the pre-made game packs that's already included with the software, or you can use some of the user-created game packs for the particular game of your choice. Programming is easy to do if you know how to code, but if not, just go on and connect your mini USB cable to the proc terminal right here, and the other part to your laptop or desktop. Go on and select the presets that you want and assign it to the correct slot. And one of the key features that I like about this particular item is that you can leave it connected to your laptop and plugged into the PlayStation 4, so you can program on the fly. You don't like drop shot, you don't like rapid fire, you don't like quick scope, well, you can change all of that, adjust it a little bit, fine tune the settings, and you'll be good to go. Another cool thing about the CronusMAX Plus is that not only can you just program your controller for shooting games and stuff like that, but you can also program it for fighting games. So it kind of reminds me of the old Sega Mad Catz Turbo controllers, when you flick it up and you just hold A, and then it just constantly do like Honda, whatever this called, like the pre-nay-nay. But you can set up an entire combo string with just the press of 1 button. So this will be beneficial for me if I'm playing Mortal Kombat and I can't really get my timing down on all of the combos, or if I'm playing Tekken and I want to just, execute my 10-hit combo with 1 button. You are able to do that. And if you don't have the game pack available for that game, you can learn to program it yourself and be unstoppable online. To be honest, I think this is probably what a lot of people do. So this CronusMAX Plus was designed with the PlayStation 4 in mind, but one of the things that I really like about this is that I was fascinated with the Xbox One Elite controller. This particular item would allow you to connect it to your PlayStation 4, take advantage of all of the mods that it have within itself, as well as the programmed mods that you implement with your user created game packs. So I'm about ready to wrap this thing up, and I think I should go on and end on, is it worth buying or not? This particular item costs about $60, but I got it on a discount of $40. So in between $40 and $60, I think it's worth it. You're gonna spend probably about $150, and that's for a controller, the modded features that you want, as well as the shipping. If you go elsewhere, like Scuff Gamers and, you know, any other places like that, or even if you do it locally by someone who has the knowledge and the skills to accomplish that. This allows you to take the controller that you already have for the cost of another controller and basically mod it. You don't have to worry about it voiding your warranties, and you also don't have to worry about soldering or anything like that. It's just, it's a full solution. And on that note, I really think it's worth the cost. For me, I don't necessarily think that it benefited me much because I already feel like my Call of Duty career is pretty much in the toilet right now, at least until they decide to go back to the modern era, which is what I am calling. So I'm gonna go on and stamp it that they will go back to modern on the next year's Call of Duty, which is 2016. But that's another story for another video. But in Call of Duty, I used it phenomenally. Instead of using ADS and shoot, I had one to where whenever I shoot, it automatically ADS, so you don't have to worry about the time lag or the time difference between aiming down sight and actually shooting your enemy. It feels sort of like an assisted aimbot, but it's totally not, because it's not OP at all. You can still get murked from any angle, or, you know, you're still a victim of the circumstances of the game, but it just allowed me to, you know, play it a little bit more easier. This particular item is definitely a must buy for those who want a modded controller, or for those who need a little boost or a little assistance with, you know, keeping it competitive and staying on top of their game. Will you see me using this item online? Probably not. Will you see me using it on YouTube and videos? Probably yes. It doesn't mess up the competitive flow or the feel of the game at all. It just, things that you lacked or things that you weren't good at, it just heightened it, at least for me, because I didn't abuse the system. Yo, if you like this video, go on and mod that subscribe button and keep it locked right here on xiibyte.GAMING. I got a lot more videos coming. It's the start of a new year and I am pumped. You heard me? It's your boy 12 and I got you 6.